Soy 21 años, están 4 casas en mi calle, soy aburrida. The issue here is that there is a lot of confusion between the verbs ser, estar, haber, and tener. I already explained the verb ser and estar in a different video when I was explaining soy aburrida. The correct way of expressing this is to say estoy aburrida. If you say the verb, if you say soy aburrida, you are saying that you are a boring person. So that's why if you want to express a state of boredom, you say estoy aburrida. Now I'm going to explain soy 21 años. We don't say soy 21 años, but we say tengo 21 años. Here, the source of this little confusion is translating word by word. When we translate word by word, we end up in a mistake because here in Spanish we use one of those expressions with tener. We say tengo 21 años. Tengo 21 años. Okay, so when you say tengo 21 años, is an expression with tener like tengo frío, tengo hambre, tengo sueño, tengo calor. Expressions with tener are used a lot for states of being and emotional states and like physical states. Entonces tengo hambre, tengo frío, tengo calor. Y this is used also for expressing your age. Tengo 21 años. It's really nice and interesting and cool to see that when you are learning Spanish, when you're learning English as a Spanish speaker, you will make this mistake and you will make the same mistake and you will say, I have 21 years. I think this is really interesting to see like this intersection of confusion. And it's really interesting to see how we can correct this mistake. This is why it's nice to understand the source of the mistake, right? So again, I remind you, you have to be very like graceful with yourself when you are studying languages and anything. I've made this mistake, and I'm sure I've said I have 21 years old, or I don't even know what kind of mistake I used to make. Anyway, so, tengo 21 años. Now I'm gonna go over están 4 casas en mi calle. In English, you say there are 4 houses in my street. In Spanish, to express existence, we use the verb haber. So we say hay 4 casas en mi calle. We use the verb haber here. And let's go over the verb haber a little bit. The verb haber is used as an impersonal verb. There is no person here. We use the verb haber. Hay 4 casas. Había 4 casas. Hubo 4 casas. We can also use all of the subjunctives anyway, but let's stay here in the indicative mood. Entonces, hay 4 casas, había 4 casas, hubo 4 casas. This is an impersonal form of the verb, and this is how we express existence. We just use the verb haber. So remember, hay 4 casas en mi calle. Hay 5 personas en este lugar. Había 5 niños muy simpáticos en mi salón de clase. Hubo un accidente en la esquina. You use this to express. So remember, it's important to go over the uses of the verb ser, estar, haber, and tener, because when we translate this to different languages, they behave, like these verbs behave very, very differently. So I think it's worth like just going over these verbs very, very carefully.